The new Range Rover long wheelbase provides passengers with unrivaled levels of comfort and refinement. It features 186 millimeters of additional legroom, and rear executive class seats offer a 40-degree powered recline. They can also be folded to increase load space capacity. At the touch of a button, the fifth seat is replaced with the deployable rear center console, transforming the environment into the rear executive class 4-seat configuration, while the front passenger seat automatically folds away to provide even more legroom if desired. With the Comfort Controller app, seat heating, cooling, and even the hot stone massage functionality can all be controlled from your smartphone. We haven't set out to reimagine Range Rover, we've simply made it better. With its floating roofline, continuous waistline, and lower accent graphics, the smoother bonnet gives the car a more sleek and sophisticated stance, while the new grille shows the exquisite attention to detail. Inside, the new Range Rover is the embodiment of executive class travel. Cutting-edge technology is combined with the finest British craftsmanship and ingenious stowage solutions to produce our most luxurious cabin ever. The new Touch Pro Duo infotainment system is the sleek centerpiece of the sophisticated cabin. Wider, deeper cushioned seats create an unrivaled level of comfort. The long wheelbase features 186 millimeters of additional legroom, and the executive class seats provide the ultimate rear passenger experience. Sleek redesigned headlights enhance the commanding upright stance of the new Range Rover, and now feature LED technology for greater efficiency and durability. At the rear, the new LED taillights have a self-assured simplicity. Dynamic integrated exhausts complement the new Range Rover's elegant looks and further enhance the vehicle's iconic design. The new Range Rover features Touch Pro Duo. This sleek and engaging infotainment system has two 10-inch touchscreens. The upper screen is the infotainment hub, whilst the lower screen includes climate controls and direct input to the seat settings. The rear seat entertainment system allows passengers to access their own multimedia entertainment through the 10.2-inch HD touchscreen, which delivers an outstanding level of interactivity. The all-new Pixel LED headlights produce a beam made up of 144 LEDs that responds to multiple light sources. The system can shadow 4 sections simultaneously, illuminating the road ahead without dazzling oncoming traffic. At higher speeds, the optional laser supplementary high beam enhances visibility more than 500 meters ahead, further improving safety. The new Range Rover incorporates an impressive level of ingeniously integrated connectivity and practicality. The secure 4G Wi-Fi hotspot supports up to 8 devices at a time, and combined with numerous charging points, ensure you stay connected and fully charged wherever your journey takes you. Connect Pro allows you to communicate with your vehicle via your smartphone wherever you are. From setting the interior climate of the car, to locking and unlocking the doors, or planning and sending door-to-door routes. The new Range Rover's second-generation head-up display delivers a larger full-color image, projecting key information into the driver's line of sight. The advanced multifunction steering wheel uses hidden until lit capacitive switches to give the driver effortless control of the vehicle's functionality. The 12.3-inch high-resolution full-color interactive driver display has 4 different layouts, which can be tailored to suit the driver's preference and deliver the key information required. The Range Rover Activity Key is a durable waterproof wristband that allows the user to lock and unlock the vehicle without having to carry their key fob. Inside the new Range Rover, occupants are cocooned within a tranquil haven. New, thicker 6mm glass makes the new Range Rover our quietest drive ever and enables occupants to enjoy a first-class travel experience. The cabin air ionization system uses nanotechnology to improve the air quality inside the vehicle. The system condenses moisture from the cabin air and breaks it into tiny electrically charged particles that react with air contaminants to neutralize odors, bacteria, and allergens. Shielded by water, the particles last longer and disperse further than those from conventional ionizers, making them more effective and maintaining a healthier cabin atmosphere for longer. The ingenious gesture-activated sun blind further enhances the effortless sense of comfort and well-being inside. The blind closes automatically when the vehicle is locked, returning to its previous position when the driver returns to help maintain a consistent cabin temperature. The gesture-activated task light has been re-engineered and repositioned for a more focused source, making the new Range Rover perfect for both work and relaxation.
Can an SUV move you more confidently through your day? We think so. That's why we designed Navigator to be a calm and considered space, making it easier for you to be there for everyone counting on you. Let's see how Navigator marries bold styling, power to spare, and thoughtful touches to do just that. Navigator was designed to evoke a sense of quiet strength. The fluid lines of the exterior create a feeling of harmony and flow. The sense of ease continues as you approach. Navigator greets you with a suite of features to make your entry safer and more effortless. It lights the way so you can see and be seen. It recognizes you and automatically adjusts to your personal settings. So everything's just the way you like it. When your hands are full, Navigator is there to open the door. It makes it easier to get to the second and third row with seats that tip and glide forward. Then back in place. And it reaches down to give you a step up. All as if to say, welcome back. Come on in. Navigator's interior was designed with long, horizontal lines to give a sense of equilibrium and calm for up to 8. Comfort is very personal. That's why Navigator's available perfect position seats and soft leather thoughtfully cater to your form. With a soothing massage along the way, every ride can be rejuvenating, no matter how long. Comfort should be shared by everyone. Navigator's best-in-class second and third row legroom means no one needs to take a back seat. A clear space means a clear mind, so Navigator gives you numerous places to stow your belongings. Navigator also keeps you powered up with wireless charging and several USB ports. For long trips and short attention spans, Navigator offers you an available rear seat entertainment system, so everyone can stream their show or playlist. With all this space, connectivity, and comfort in Navigator's interior, wherever you're seated, you're traveling first class. Navigator's thoughtful experience extends to the drive. Because every trip is different, you can tailor your drive to the road. Navigator was also designed to be a true powerhouse, so you have power at your command. When you're cruising at top speed, staying responsive means keeping your eyes on the road. That's why head-up display gives you your speed, cruise control settings, and more directly ahead of you. With Navigator, responsiveness goes well beyond your daily drive. It goes for service too, so you enjoy more time for what truly matters to you. We'll take your Navigator in for you when it needs service, then bring it back washed and ready for the road ahead. First-class comfort, power to spare, and thoughtful amenities. That's how Navigator makes your journey more effortless in so many ways.
and gentlemen, Audi's brand new Q8. The Q8 combines all of the elegance of a sports coupe and all of the practicality of a full off-roader. And it's also the first SUV to carry Audi's new design language, and that gives it these dynamic and dramatic lines. The brand new Q8 really is quite extraordinary. The very first thing that leaps out at you is this single frame octagon design. It gives the car such presence. Look at these fabulous sculptural rear lights. This full width strip really accentuates the width of the Q8, giving such a feeling of power and stability. Little touch of the past perhaps here as well. The black panel between the lights, just as we saw on the original Ur Quattro. And of course, you've got that light animation as well. The Q8's sharp lines and taut surfaces give it a sense of strength and quality. And this huge wheelbase, combined with the short overhangs and the Quattro blisters, they give it a dynamic coupe-like proportion. And I love these little design touches, the flying roofline that makes it look fast even when it's standing still. The way all these elements just cascade down the back of the car. There are perfect little design touches everywhere. And how about this? Frameless doors, front and rear. This is a real five-seater, and take a look at this. You can move the seats around as well to give yourself the space wherever you need it in the car. Well, in here, it's almost like the bridge of the Starship Enterprise, isn't it? The digital dashboard just floats almost free. Little elements like these highlights on the air vents and the ambient lighting really make it just stand out so well. It's a wonderfully relaxing place to spend some time. So how are we going to sum up our brief glimpse of the brand new Q8? Well, first of all, Audi's starting a whole new family design story here with this car. It's got this fabulous coupe styling and gorgeous little design touches inside and out really set it apart from everything else. And there's no question at all in my mind that Audi has got a brand new jewel in its SUV crown. But don't take my word for it, take a look for yourself.
With the Q8 we did something completely new for Audi, something really outstanding. My name is Sascha Heide and I'm working as an exterior designer for Audi Design. This is the first time I did an all-new model. It was a big challenge to recreate the really new, iconic look of the car. It perfectly combines the attitude or the aesthetics of an four-door coupe with the fully functions of a sporty SUV. I think the first eye-catching element is the new grille architecture. If you look at the front of the car, it's the single frame, the new architecture, which is coming up in an octagon shape. This octagon shape will be the next grille silhouette for the whole range of upcoming Audi Q models. There's another nice feature which is placed next to the single frame, which is called the mask. With this one, we wanted to express also the Quattro attitude, the techniques below the skin, because we want to make the Quattro attitude the Quattro technology visible in the design of the car. It's a couple of technical revolutions behind the car. For instance, we have very big wheels. We have the biggest wheels so far we ever had in Audi. We have very big wheel arches. Also in the bottom we have big air intakes, very sporty ones. Seeing the car from its rear, there's one stunning element which I really love. It's our black panel beam. Underlining the maximum width of the car, it gives it a really nice, powerful standing. The roofline is supposed to be a coupe, but it's different to the shape of a normal expected coupe roofline. So the outline is totally different, and we still keep the appropriate headroom inside.
The elegance that we have in interior is a complement from the exterior. My name is Mauricio Monteiro dos Santos. I'm a team leader from the Q8 interior design. You start an interior with a vision. The A8 is for us a direction. And then we thought, okay, how can we combine the success from the Audi A8 in an SUV? As soon as you see the whole package and what we want to get in the end, it was quite clear that this car needs a completely new interior. Inside of the car, you don't give up on nothing. The idea was to communicate levels. So the first level, when you get in the car, you see all the usability in the car is surrounded by a black panel and aluminum frame. Then we have the second layer. This is what we call mechanical wrap, where we have the decor parts in the car. They are quite clear to see, and we have a very strong division between these layers. So you have to feel yourself very comfortable in the car. And this is the soft layer surrounding the whole interior. The interior from the Q8 is on the SUV segment for us an icon. We design like a diamond, so every face has to be polished.
It's an absolutely amazing situation to have this kind of a freedom. I hope they fell in love with it like I did immediately.
That was moments that we thought, this will never work, but let's give a try. And we didn't give up. We are never satisfied. It would be wrong if we were satisfied.
It will be our new star in the SUV segment.
The name says it's Q8. It's the top of the Q. I don't know any other company that can do this better than Audi.
BMW Concept X7i Performance was first seen at the Frankfurt Motor Show 2017. The production model set to make its debut in 2018. So let's have a closer look at this car. The new model concept has clear vertical proportions, 23-inch wheel rims, 3-seat rows, and an exclusive experience available inside the car. Everything identifies the concept as an X model.
The BMW Concept X7i Performance stands for a new step in the field of luxury for the BMW brand. We already have a 7 Series sedan for a number of generations, and now we want to offer that type of roominess, that type of luxury in an SUV.
The striking exterior composed of intently focused lines combines a generously sized 6-person interior, all pared down to essentials.
This concept vehicle plays a big role also in the communication of our new design language for the BMW brand. We are introducing a form language that is cleaner, calmer, fewer lines, but the lines that we do have are very, very precise.
Take the kidney grille, for instance. Since the world premiere, people discuss this topic, not only online. So for sure, you will notice this car when it drives along the streets.
Well, in the exterior design of this vehicle, it's of course all about luxury and presence. So there's a very vertical gesture to this car, immediately visible in the shape of the BMW typical grille. The car has a lot of room, so we want to communicate that, and then all the details are actually done in a very modern, very precise way, like the very narrow headlamps and the even more narrow tail lamps. They actually also emphasize the width and the modernity in this vehicle.
Viewed from any angle, the interplay between a small number of precise lines and artfully sculpted surfaces sends out a charismatic statement of modernity, presence, and exclusivity. So what will the first ever BMW X7 look like? You will see it on the streets very soon, in 2018.
The BMW Concept X7i Performance stands for a new step in the field of luxury for the BMW brand. We already have a 7 Series sedan for a number of generations, and now we want to offer that type of roominess, that type of luxury in an SUV, and that's what you see here in this concept vehicle. This concept vehicle it plays a big role also in the communication of our new design language for the BMW brand. We are introducing a form language that is cleaner, calmer, fewer lines, but the lines that we do have are very, very precise. And with that a cleaner form language, of course details become more important. Every detail counts, and in this concept vehicle you see all of these things. The cleaner body surfacing and the great care and attention for every single detail. Well, in the exterior design of this vehicle, it's of course all about luxury and presence. So there's a very vertical gesture to this car, immediately visible in the shape of the BMW typical grille. Also in side view, the pillars, the greenhouse is very vertically oriented. The car has a lot of room, so we want to communicate that. And then all the details are actually done in a very modern, very precise way, like the very narrow headlamps and the even more narrow tail lamps. They actually also emphasize the width and the modernity in this vehicle. Luxury in the interior, of course, has a lot to do with spaciousness. And the design that we have chosen for this car actually enlarges this feeling of spaciousness. The glass roof plays a big role, but also in the interior, where you find 3 rows of seats. There is really a lot of attention taken towards spaciousness. Then luxury, of course, comes across with all the details and certainly also the materials that we have chosen for this vehicle. Well, in the interior, of course, you find some classic materials like leather, but we've treated it in a different way with new patterns and stitching. you'll find some wood, modern interpretations, open pore wood, but you also find glass. We've done certain elements that as a driver you touch and you operate often in glass that was made by Swarovski. So there is quite a few details that we believe are out of the ordinary and really bring this car at a very high level of luxury. Connectivity is very important to us at BMW. We have the highest rate of connectivity in our fleet, and each of our new cars will show another step towards digitalization. In this concept vehicle you'll see bigger screens than you've seen before from us. Of course touch control, gesture control is possible, and in this vehicle passengers can also share digital content amongst themselves. You can move digital content from front to back in the car.
Goodwood, England, the home of Rolls-Royce motor cars. For 114 years, Rolls-Royce has been the byword for luxury. that attracted the visionaries, explorers, adventurers, and victors such as Lawrence of Arabia, who said that a rose in the desert is above rubies. The Russian steppes, the Indian Ghats, the Alpine passes, and the sands of the Sinai, all conquered by Rolls-Royces over a century ago, driven by those who dared.
History set our precedent, and today Rolls-Royce answers its call to action. For today's visionaries, adventurers, and explorers, for those who believe in the supremacy of liberty, we have written another chapter in the extraordinary story of our mark. Our answer to the call of history is the Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
To the designers, engineers and craftspeople at the home of Rolls-Royce, Cullinan is a completely different animal, a wholly new challenge.
A Rolls-Royce that recalibrates the scale and possibility of true luxury.
A pinnacle SUV in the total automotive industry.
And so, I send it out into the world, hidden in plain view, to undertake its final challenge in the public eye. To prove itself worthy of the name Rolls-Royce in the face of the greatest challenges, the toughest of environments. Only when it has done so can it return, confident in the knowledge that it has proven itself the Rolls-Royce of SUVs. And so it begins.
It begins in Britain, travelling from the home of Rolls-Royce through London and on to Scotland, the first part of the final challenge.
Cullinan is a major departure from the norm for Rolls-Royce, but it is a departure that our customers welcome. They wanted more, but it was simple.
The Highlands of Scotland offer the harshest terrain anywhere in the UK. Trapped between the wild North Sea and the howling Atlantic, this is landscape formed by millennia, shaped by the forces of nature. It's no wonder Cullinan felt so at home.
It was important at the beginning of the design project that we really understood what Cullinan could be in terms of the way that it would be used. There was something very unique we felt with Cullinan right at the beginning, where our challenge, our chance if you like, was to match this absolutely luxurious world. Perfect craftsmanship, absolute comfort and well-being on the interior with this more hostile world, challenging environment, putting this little luxury capsule into that space.
Tackling this rugged landscape gave us our first understanding of what Cullinan was really capable of, and the role the architecture of luxury plays in making it so capable. The architecture of luxury is Rolls-Royce's proprietary all-aluminium space frame architecture, designed by Rolls-Royce engineers that will underpin every future Rolls-Royce.
This car is luxury in its purest form, Rolls-Royce luxury, blended with perfect practicality and off-road capability.
Minus 15 on a good day. Visibility 0 on a bad day. The Uchtal Glacier Road takes us to the Rettenbach and Tiefenbach glaciers. The snow is over 6 feet high in places, but it's perfect powder for skiing. The new drivetrain system engineered by Rolls-Royce for Cullinan had one key job to do.
We began with a simple principle: to bring the famed Rolls-Royce magic carpet ride to all other terrains possible. Our challenge was to combine the maximum luxury comfort for the on-road together with the off-road capability like we have today.
A completely new front and rear axle deliver astounding levels of control over lateral roll and shear forces, and deliver high degrees of agility and stability. This, together with the latest generation of self-leveling air suspension and four-wheel steering, contributes to incredible drivability and comfort for passengers, whatever the driving conditions.
Well, in Cullinan we implemented the first time an all-wheel drive. You really can feel, hey, come on, that's completely a new Rolls-Royce. This is really an all-wheel drive behavior, which is completely unique in the Rolls-Royce history.
In addition, the flag-bearer stereo camera system integrated in the windscreen sees the road or terrain ahead, adjusting the Cullinan suspension proactively. When driving off-road, the electronically controlled air suspension uses an air compression system to actively push down any wheel it detects losing traction to ensure every wheel is in contact with the ground. The final piece of the puzzle, which ensures that the Rolls-Royce Cullinan is effortless everywhere, is one single button. One push of the off-road button is all it takes to harness the full suite of Rolls-Royce engineering and unleash the power of Cullinan's off-road capability.
It is a limousine positioned higher on the road. You have your command sense of driving experience. You have your luxury that you would associate to this beautifully crafted cabin space. Cullinan, like every Rolls-Royce that leaves the Goodwood plant, is ultimately bespokeable. The cabin, for the first time in the SUV market space, we actually have a cabin that's hermetically sealed, acoustically sealed from the utility space, the boot. That's very important for us, that space is the magic carpet sanctuary space. That's the first time in the industry that anybody's ever done that. And in terms of practicality, beyond the champagne cooler for the individual seats, we have the folding bench option as well, which means that those seats will fold to achieve a very practical flat load floor. If you're in London as an antiques dealer, maybe sliding your Rembrandt in or your latest Banksy, or if you're coming back from an overseas adventure and bringing something with you, we know that our luxury patrons will want to use that space. We have the lift gate and the tailgate, and in that area we have the viewing suite, the effortless deployment of seats that allow you to maybe take in that moment in front of you, whether it's a savannah stretching out in front of you, or maybe something as simple as your child's sports day. The recreation module can be tailored for that luxury lifestyle moment. We have maybe the challenge of the big red dunes in Dubai, but on the other hand, whether it's the opera or the red carpet premiere, Cullinan has to balance those two concepts beautifully. And I think, yes, we've managed to balance it. We've managed to achieve that uniqueness. Nobody else can do that, but Rolls-Royce can.
Cullinan is an authentic Rolls-Royce. We have taken the car now for months all over the world, into all kind of conditions, on all roads, be it normal roads, gravel roads, be it deserts, be it snow, be it mud. So the car has seen everything, and it is a truly authentic Rolls-Royce. So it's time for the cars to come home, and it's time for them to shed their camouflage. And it's time for you to see the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm incredibly proud to present to you and to the world our magnificent new Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the Rolls-Royce of SUVs. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye from the home of Rolls-Royce here in Goodwood.